Hamilton, Ontario, children and families help shape our city's future. Through the Hamilton Best Start initiative of the Ontario Ministry of Children and Youth, professionals from a wide range of services and backgrounds are working in new ways to provide young children and their families the best services possible. We are working together to make Hamilton the best place to raise a child.
I think what's really nice is the dialogue's opened up, and what we realize is that they're all our kids. So that if you're working in a child care center or an OEYC, or you're working at Early Words or at the Board of Education, those families cross a lot of our paths, and we're all looking out to level the playing field really for kids and to make sure that they and their families have the best services available. So the more we talk to each other, the more we engage in the same professional development, the same opportunities to network, the more we know about each other and what we do and what our families need, the better it is for everybody.
Nous avons deux centres de la petite enfance ici à Hamilton. La vision des meilleurs départs a permis vraiment d'avoir une certaine ouverture envers tous les services et l'intégration de tous les services qui étaient peut-être avant un peu plus isolés. Donc, meilleur départ a permis de mettre tous les partenaires à la table.
Je dirais que les programmes sont très importants. Si on passe tout notre temps juste à la maison avec notre enfant, on vient comme un peu déconnecté de qu'est-ce qui se passe dans le monde, déconnecté des autres aussi un peu. C'est bien d'avoir des relations en contact avec d'autres personnes qui sont dans la même situation que nous.
Je pense pour le futur, c'est important aussi de vraiment assurer que cette vision de partenariat, de collaboration soit infiltrée à tous les niveaux, dans les organismes, mais aussi dans la communauté. Et je crois qu'ensemble, on arrive vraiment à créer quelque chose qui est plus grand et qui permet de mieux servir nos familles, surtout nos enfants qui sont notre futur.
About 5 years ago, Temple Mead School opened, and we established a wonderful partnership with Umbrella Family and Child Centers. We certainly all believed that children entering school system or daycare should have a seamless day going from the daycare into the school or vice versa, whatever was needed. So we really worked hard at getting to know each other, getting that foundation of trust so that you could work together to solve issues, establish your direction, and move forward.
When we're doing that young, and then you're going to continue that care with the child into the school, you've already got key players that are there to support the families and children. It gives so much support to those families. They've built that comfortable relationship with you, and you just continue that on into the school. It might be a little bit more work, but the payoff is huge, and it's for you, for your staff, and for the families and children, and that's why we're in this field, right, is to support the children and families that walk through our doors.
They need this kind of support and service in Ontario, no question about it. So we are strong promoters of Best Start, of all the programs that Best Start has, and anything related to early intervention, early years, those are key issues.
The Child Care Communication team at First Class Children's Center is made up of a team of 3 clinicians, myself as a speech-language pathologist. We have an early childhood resource specialist and a communication disorders assistant. The teams came out of discussions, I think, at various agencies, and more specifically out of the integrating committee from Best Start, that really wanted to think about how we can make speech and language and communication services more accessible. We're able to connect with families here, so as they're dropping children off, picking their children up, or at a time that's convenient throughout their day, then we're able to do that whole initial assessment piece. I think the beauty of the team is that we're here on a weekly basis. And by being here weekly, it really allows you to develop a really strong rapport with the staff and develop that comfort level. The service that we offer is very child care center based. So, and our day-to-day interactions are very much in the classroom, working with the children and the teachers.
Well, collaboration is really, to me, the only way to go, because I think when you have a number of service providers involved, including the early childhood resource specialists and the ECEs in the classroom, the resource teacher, then you can get to the needs a little bit more specifically, and I think then we can deal with the whole child. We really work together and we take our strengths as professionals and we can help solve issues and I think provide a better program for a child and their family. And if we're thinking of Best Start, we really want them to have the best program available.
We have two DADS program. One's on Tuesday evenings. We also have another DADS program on Saturday mornings. Our program, we're very open with the dads. We have a really open communication with them. We're always seeking their ideas and suggestions via focus groups, just casual conversations. And they've actually, whatever changes they would like to see, they voice them and we actually work with them. We're very flexible that way because the program is really for them. They feel like they're in an environment that's non-judgmental to them. They also feel that very comfortable at the center, so it's a very comfortable environment. Parents that are involved with their children at an early age, really they facilitate a lot of learning with their children. It's important for attachment, and when that trust is built, learning is easier. Initially, you should consult with community partners because they have a lot of ideas. Just do a lot of partnering and a lot of consultations with the people that's going to be affected by the program.
The multicultural program is a program for newcomers to Canada. We have a sewing instructor and she comes in and based on the family's desires, they will sew something that meets their needs. And we also have parenting chats based on parenting issues or health and safety, nutrition, and we cook together. We have a collaborative kitchen.
I began the program with the Welcome Baby when I was pregnant. Then they need somebody to help with the Hispanic people. So they asked me if I want to work with them. I say yes. When I came here, I didn't know nothing about services or things like that. Now I know about that services and then I can help other people.
I think it's good to have a team, to kind of have a list of networks that you think would make a program sufficient, and then to just be able to be open-minded and brainstorm together so that you can provide the best program.
Service providers work with families to integrate services across the city. Services are available where children and families need them most, and they are offered in many languages to a variety of cultures and communities.
The Check It Out clinics are child early developmental identification sessions for children from newborn to age 6. Community professionals are available at a variety of locations to meet with families and their children, and they do consultation, teaching, and referrals with respect to your child's development. And there's many community agencies in the city of Hamilton that provide services for families and children in this age group. And the one great thing about Hamilton is that all these agencies, in partnering together, they can provide a better service for families, a more efficient service.
The Breastfeeding Clinic started up in May of this year, and we have 2 rooms, 2 different offices. The one room is for clinic appointments. The other room is for women who are in the mall shopping, who just want to drop in and breastfeed their baby. And so they have the opportunity, if they're dropping in, to speak with a public health nurse who's a board-certified lactation consultant, and also have the opportunity to speak to the other moms that are also breastfeeding. It can be a very expensive venture. We had to find a site. We had to obviously fund it. One agency can't do it on their own. So this was just a very rich example, I think, of agencies being able to collaborate in development of children's services. And the fact that the Best Start Initiative were so willing to come to the table and enable that to happen. What I think is important now is to build on this collaborative model in other areas of the city. So we'd just like to take this model and be able to pop it into another Ontario Early Years Centre.
Today was the Baby and Me, Watch Me Grow program. And what it is a way for parents and families to come and learn about things that their babies can do between 0 and 18 months. We've tried to take a program that's geared towards mainstream and try to apply it to Aboriginal. It doesn't always work because there's just something in our knowledge that we have that speaks to us. It speaks to our soul, it speaks to our spirit. The more that we have the chance to be able to hear that, to see it, to feel it, the more connected we feel. We all want the best for, all the children in the Hamilton area, and so how much easier is it to link your resources together than to try to all the time do it all by yourself. Do it with compassion. Do it because you love the people and you want to see them thrive, and you want to give them that knowledge. You want to give them that opportunity to be able to understand what they have.
To date, a lot of the work that Integration Resources Hub has done has been within the licensed childcare community. We're really looking forward to broadening our scope and becoming more involved in working with the OAYCs across Hamilton, particularly through involvement in the Check It Out drop-in sessions that we'll be offering. Integration Resources Hub has 6 resource teachers who will be participating in the drop-in sessions on a monthly basis. And I think that all of that work really helps move forward the whole concept of community capacity building, because I really think that that's the key to the work that we're doing, is looking at how we can increase the capacity of our community, and particularly the early childhood community, to respond to the needs of all children, including those children with special needs and their families.
The network builds partnerships that are changing the way professionals and families connect to each other. In this way, local service providers are urban developers of sorts, building Hamilton's landscape for its future generations.
The McMaster Students' Union Childcare Centre has participated in the Raising the Bar program since the beginning. We had the whole staff trained together, and we've been using that ever since. It has helped us to mentor each other. We have to be very inventive with the things that we do, and certainly this has helped us to standardize it a little bit.
Raising the Bar is based on principles of mentorship as well as being a recognition program. I think the service providers have they've really adopted a new way of working together. So rather than being in competition with each other, they understand the importance of high quality experiences for all children. So not just the ones that are registered and enrolled in their programs, but they work together to support a standard of quality by assisting each other, by sharing resources, by mentoring with each other. So they have really come into relationship with each other as supervisors and operators and staff.
The City of Hamilton funds this initiative. It's a grassroots initiative that started in the City of Hamilton. It started many years ago with a bunch of childcare operators who wanted to promote breast practice in the environments they work. So it's been adapted over time. It's come to be the expectation of this community and is fully embraced and accepted. I think the city is one player of many. We truly see ourselves as a partner amongst the early years system, cannot do it alone. We bring people together to start the conversations. Some of the challenges is how is it we put these great ideas, collaborative ideas to practice, and more importantly get the message out. I think we do that through building of relations and strong working relations, and the fact that we are not a competitive, we are more cooperative.
I would like to see it going province-wide, Canada-wide. I would really love to see how even in the schools, when the college and the faculties, that they could work together, that we would learn from each other. I would love the families to be aware that the providers or the service providers that are giving help to that are working with the children, that they're always learning. And I find that this committee ensures that our providers are or become lifelong learners.
To learn more or to connect with the Best Start Network, visit www.hamilton.ca/beststart.